I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't move. I was only mind. My body had disappeared. Next, on an examining table, I gagged on something being forced down my throat. "Susan, swallow," a woman said. "We have to insert this tube into your stomach." Seconds, minutes, hours later. "Can we cut your clothes?" Cut my clothes? Yes. My first word, raspy and faint. My throat raw from where the tube had scraped it. Then, through the static of machines, the hum of voices, came the soft swish of shears. "You're going to be okay. I know you're going to be okay," Gary said from somewhere nearby. "They're still trying to figure out what's wrong. You may just be in shock." I moved my eyes to locate him. There he was, off to one side, only a few feet away. I'd forgotten about him completely. All that seemed to exist was the flurry of action between my body and the doctors and nurses. I knew I could die. Any second now. I could be gone. But I wanted to live. I really wanted to live. "Please save me." "You're doing great, Susan." It was the woman's voice again. My life depended on the skill of these strangers whose shapes and movements I couldn't bring into focus. "You're very brave. Hang in there. You're a brave girl." Brave? "We need to get her to X-ray." The ceiling tiles flashed by as they rushed me down the corridor, just like an accident victim on TV. "Your right lung is collapsed, but you can live with one lung. No problem." One lung? No problem. This murky new reality suspended between life and death, laid out on a table in an emergency room. This was me. "We're sending you to the hospital in Ottawa by ambulance." The woman again. She must be the doctor, the one in charge. "They've called in the neurosurgeon. He should be there by the time you arrive. You'll be in good hands." By ambulance? Back on the highway where this happened. Weren't there airlifts? But I didn't protest. Other people were making decisions for me now. They packaged me up to be transported, to haul me back to Ottawa like a carcass, a slab of meat. As they loaded me into the ambulance, I overheard Gary arguing with one of the paramedics. They were refusing to let him accompany me. "How am I supposed to get home?" Gary shouted. "You're going to have to find your own way back, sir." The paramedic banged the rear doors and shut me in. "He said he'd be here by 3. His resident called him about an hour ago." A different voice. I was somewhere else. Ottawa. I must be in Ottawa now. The room was diffusely lit. 3 figures bustled around. I struggled to interpret shards of conversation. Steroid drip, O2 levels, BP, catheter. Impossible to assemble meaning from these fragments. "He's here now. Call the porter." "Susan?" A murmur in my ear. Too much effort to speak. "They're taking you down for an MRI." Another room, this one flooded by light, the flash of a white lab coat beside me. "Susan," a man's voice, authoritative and calm. "I'm Dr. Chamberlain. You're going to have an MRI now. Just close your eyes in there. That way it'll be over in no time." They shifted me onto the table. I squeezed my eyes tight, then heard a mechanical whir, and suddenly, somehow, I knew what they were assessing, what they thought was wrong. "Susan? Susan!" I blinked my eyes open. I was back on the stretcher. "Susan, do you hear me?" The doctor spoke. Alert. I needed to stay alert. This was important. "Yes," I whispered. My breath was weak. "There's good news," he said. Good news? "The injury is incomplete. The spinal cord isn't severed, and we don't have to operate. The fractures have decompressed." Not severed. No operation. Good news. Incredibly, there was good news. 2. August 21st.